You're welcome to Sambo's training. In this training, we'll be looking at creating smart forms using ArcGIS Survey123 Connect. So let's briefly look into the overview of ArcGIS Survey123 Connect. Is an enhanced version of Survey123 used for creating and managing surveys, and it's also part of the ArcGIS platform. It involves using advanced functions like calculation fields, like cascading selects, like relevance, like constraints. It's also integrated with other ArcGIS apps such as the ArcGIS Online, and can involve working with XLSForms for editing and integrating with custom JavaScript functions and Python. Then this ArcGIS Survey123 Connect represents a sophisticated approach to designing and deploying geospatial surveys that actually goes beyond basic data collection. It leverages what's called the XLSForm to enable complex functionalities, and the functionalities is what we'll be looking at. The first functionality we'll be looking at is conditional logic relevance, and what it does is it creates dynamic form where questions and sessions appear based on previous answers, and ensuring that respondents only see questions that are kind of pertinent to them. The next one is the calculations and constraints, which is more like the computing of values automatically, and calculation of what's it called of values automatically, then validating inputs, and enforce data integrity with formulas and constraints directly within the survey. So anything that deals with calculation and constraints. The next one is integration with external data. This incorporates external data sets using cascading selects or dynamic queries, and it allows for more precise data entry, and it reduces errors by populating choices based on related information. The next one is custom styling and scripting. Custom styling and scripting involves the customizing of the survey's appearance using like maybe the HTML and CSS, and it extends functionality rather with custom scripts or maybe external services to meet unique project requirements. Then the last one, which is the seamless ArcGIS ecosystem integration. This refers to publishing and sharing surveys on ArcGIS Online. You can as well link responses to web map and leverage power of the broader ArcGIS platform. You can actually share with platforms for real-time spatial analysis and decision making. Overall, ArcGIS Survey123 enhances data quality and the relevance, but it's also streamlines complex workflow, and making it a powerful tool for professionals who require more than just basic survey functionalities in the field of geospatial data collection and analysis. So thank you. Without wasting our time, we'll be looking straight into demonstration. So I'll be launching the application. ArcGIS Survey123 Connect. So if you don't have ArcGIS Survey123 Connect on your application, you'll be wondering why is it that we didn't go straight to ArcGIS Pro or going to which is the desktop ArcGIS, and or maybe going into the web GIS, which is the ArcGIS Online. You can always download this ArcGIS Survey123 Connect from your Microsoft Store. Then once you download it, you can launch it. Then it requires you to sign in with your login credentials. Once you do that, if you've not done anything pertaining to survey, building of survey before, this page is going to be blank. But these are the forms I've created recently. So now let's create new survey. Then I'll be working with this scenario. You're part of a security audit team responsible for evaluating the physical security measure of corporate buildings in your city. So your goal is to assess the current security status and vulnerability that could lead to unauthorized access or other security risks. So we want to design this security survey form. So we'll give it a title. We'll name it, should we give it, okay, let's give it building physical security assessment. So I can just copy this, building physical security. And let's just say building security assessment. So because we want to create it from scratch, we're going to use blank, but you can always refer to an existing file, XLS file for your Survey123. You just modify it, or you can always use any of the templates, but we are using a blank survey. Then you click on create survey. So here we have our fresh survey. So we want to start afresh now. All I do is I remove all of this because they are like sample on the choices as well. Okay, I would explain what all these are. The survey page is where you have your where you set your form. That's where you put your question type, then you put the name of the field, then the label, that's the way the display, like the question itself. You understand? So that's what you do here. This is choices. So this is where you have where you place all your choice list. This is where you place it. Settings. This is where you set your survey title, then the version, the question type. In case if you need more clarification on the particular question type to use, you can always get them here. Your appearance and more informations like that. So without wasting our time, let's start. So the first thing we need to do is to set our survey title. So under setting here, we'll replace this with our survey title. Let's use this. Building physical security assessment. So let's use this as our survey title. Then you come back to your Excel. Then paste. Let's see. No. Let's just type it. Building security. Check again. Building physical security assessment. So type it. So in case you might want to bold in but let's just say first, Control S. That's saving. Then you come back to your okay, there is nothing yet. Okay, let's go back. It didn't display anything because there is nothing on the page. So let's start with something. Let's see, maybe we can start with a description. Survey aims at aims to assess the current security status and identity vulnerability that would lead to. Okay, let's give it a title, like more like a welcome note. Let's copy this. Come back here. The Excel. So type, our question type is going to be text. Then this is going to be description. Survey description. Then label. Sorry. So there are several ways you can do this. You can this survey means so you can decide to leave it like this. You can decide to make it bold. To make it bold, now you put this expression P like that. Then at the end of the sentence, you can also do this. Then under appearance, okay, then under read only, you make it yes, because you don't want anybody to tamper with you don't want that to be editable. So you save, then when you go to your preview page, it's definitely going to look like this exactly. So we've set the title and we've set the aim, the description of the survey. You can as well decide to make it an italics, but I think let's leave it this way so that we can proceed. Then let's go back to our XLSForm to start imputing our questions. So the first question is going to be survey ID, and survey ID is going to be text. Then it's going to be survey. Under the name, you make sure there is no space at all. Rather than having a space, you can use underscore. So, but you make sure there is no space because it won't take space. Let me try it now so you can see to reject it. Survey ID. Using it, it will not take it because there must not be a space there. So you put survey ID, and the next you put, which is the label. For label, survey space ID, then it's your column. This is going to, because you want to set a security for your survey, you don't need it open. So you're definitely going to write a calculation for it, more like a code for it. It will automatically generate your survey ID. So because you don't want anybody to edit it, you make it read only. So Under the calculation, you type the following. You type SU, SUB, STR in brackets UUID, open bracket, close bracket, comma, space 0, comma 7, then close brackets. Control S. I would explain this to you in a bit, why we have our unique ID like that. You will notice that survey ID has a unique code here, automatically generated. The reason is because UUID represents the universal unique identifier. You understand? So the 0 there means the starting from the first character, while the last one is the number, the total character that the case will carry. Do you understand? So if you go back to this now, if you calculate it, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you see that there are 7 characters in this ID. And the sub STR actually means the alphabetical, cases in between the the ID. So without wasting our time, let's proceed to the next question. The next question is going to be the name of the respondent. Which is going to be text. Then this will be the surveyor name or respondent name. Then here you put name of respondent. Then under the int, you might want to put son name first. But I think it would be nice if we bolden our questions, so you can always put the expression for bold. Don't forget, this is the expression for bold. So you can put the same under that of name. Then you can now look to it. Appearance, will leave it like that, then make it required. This is very essential. So you make it required. Let's save and see what we've done. So you can always preview your survey here. See name of respondent and surname first. Do you observe something? The unique ID has changed again. So for every time your respondent open the survey form, it carries a unique ID. Then what is the next question that we have on the list? Building information. So building information, that will be, let me check, the building name, maybe the address of the information. So let's go straight to this. our Excel form. So for building information now, we might want to start from the area, like start from the states, the local government where the building is located, then the location, the particular point of where the particular point of, the particular location of the building, that's in terms of the longitude and latitude, X and Y. So let's start from states. Then we're going to use, when we want to select the particular state, the respondent can be able to open the choices and be able to see the numbers of states that they have and be able to select which particular states that the building is located. So in that case, you're going to use a select one list name question type. Then you're going to set choices for it. So the choice is going to be states. Then I have the choice list here that we are going to replicate for states. So rather than typing one by one, but can always copy an existing because of time. I'll explain one or two things for you about this. Then under the state, under names, paste. The one thing you need to know is that the name, this name is representing the field name. It doesn't take space, unlike the label. The label would always, field name doesn't take space, but the label would always take space. So then you can now make sure you replicate this on all the choices. Now state. Then when you are seeing these states, to make sure it's case sensitive, make sure you type exactly the same way you type here. The state name, the list name should be the exact thing you are going to replace this list name with. So you just highlight that and change that to state name. To states, yeah. So that will be list one states. Do you understand? List one state, that you select one from these states here. So you go back to survey. Then under the name, the field name, you can name it state name. State name. Then here put, let's make the label state name as well. State name from then select, you can add int, select the state, the building, is located. Then under appearance, make it minimal. Then this is where you can change any of the appearance to any one you like, but let's make it minimal for required yes. Then you save. Then you go back to your preview to see what you've done. And from here you can select the states, different states, the particular states you want to select. So let's go back to our Excel. The next thing we want to do is to add the local government as well, because it's a single select kind of question. We're still going to maintain the select one question type. So then we can now go back to choices and add our local government. So I have it in one of the opened Excels. This one, so that we can be fast rather than typing one by one. In fact, it's a long list. So let me just replicate this. I will explain what I did later. So this is the whole. So you won't want to start typing all of this. So what I did is this. Let me cut this out. And add copy it again to see. So V, cut this out from there. And before I cut, let me insert another column. Name this state. Then I can now put this in the appropriate column. The reason why I'm doing this is because we want to filter our choices. So this is it. It's still the same thing. Our list name is the LGA. Our what's it called, field name. These are the field names. But you make sure that any of these field names will not carry space. Like, look at this now. Obi Ngwa is carrying a field name. It will not take it. So you always make sure you remove every space in between any of. If you look down throughout the whole field name, there is no space, there is no comma or whatsoever. So it doesn't take that. It can only take underscore. Doesn't take space in between the alphabets. Like this now, I have to remove it. So you ensure that your data does not, your field name does not have space or anything that is going to affect your choices later. So now that it's been corrected and everything has been put in place, another thing I made sure I did, because I would use choice filter, I added another column to the right of this what's it called, of this choice. Then I added the states that this local government belongs to in front of them, so that by the time we set our question, there's a way we are going to put the choices into it. So we come back to survey. Then since we have added another choice, which is LGA, and that's the question we are going to ask is going to carry all these choices. So we'll come back to survey, then we change this to LGA. That's select one out of these choices here. Then we'll put it LGA name. Then here we'll change this, put it as bold because it's a question. Local government. Then bold. So select the particular, then after adding the hints, you make it minimal as well, then you make it required. Then you don't just stop there, you go ahead to set the what's it called, the choice filter, so that at any point when let me show you what we want to do now. I've saved, so let's go and check the preview, so that at any time you want to set or select local government, when you click on the option, it will not bring all the 774 local governments that you have in that country, and that is depending on your region or the list, the choice list that you have, so that it won't always bring all. Like, you want to filter, you want it to narrow down to the particular choices of local government under the particular state. Each state has its local government, so you don't want it to carry all those things, like all those information. Then you start searching from just start searching from the numerous choices there. So what you just need to do is to, I think because of the way the choices are heavy, that's why it's not loading. But let's go back to our survey. Now what we need to do is to set a choice filter for this. Then under this choice filter, you can now type this states here, that's this column. We want to filter that this state will be equal to the response. That means under this question, to select, to filter, you should filter that particular state. When you select this particular state here, which is equivalent to that state here, it should bring out just the particular local government choices for you to be able to select. So let me go back so that we understand. So that state, that's the name of that column there, equals to then $, then open curly brackets, this question here, which is state name. That's whatsoever choice you pick from this particular question should now filter the local government that is relating to that choice that you've picked here. So close curly brackets, then let's save and let's see what it is. I just hope it's of time. Network failure, sorry. So you can see it now that whenever you select any particular local government, it brings any particular state, it brings only the local government that is under, that belongs to that particular state, because of the choice filter that we selected. Then you can as well do it that you can as well make it that whatever you select, when you select what's it called, that's on yes, we can make it in this way, that when you actually pick until you feel this what's it called, until you pick any of these states, that's when local government area would. Okay, let's select another one. Let's select FCT, and you can see these are just the LGAs within FCT. Let's select Sokoto, that's all the local governments in Sokoto. So that's how to do that. Then let's proceed to the next. So we'll continue the next questions in the second part. Thank you.